And I know it's a weird way to start an election, right, in December. But for the last 18 months, we were stuck in unusual circumstances, right? And so we've demonstrated that we're really resilient in terms of who we are and what we do and why we do it. And so, as many of you know, the election was delayed this year based on getting delayed information from the U.S. Department of Commerce. And so now we have all the redistricting done. The lines have been drawn, and now the election is underway. Filing began on yesterday. I will officially file for another term for the Charlotte City Council tomorrow morning.
Woo! Woo-hoo!
I want to thank Bobby Drakeford and Yvette for helping me pull this together. It's a soft launch. We clearly understand and know that it's the holiday season. Families and neighbors and our friends are really concentrated on their families and giving thanks for Thanksgiving and understanding why we celebrate this season. That's probably more important than a political campaign right now. And so we will do those things softly behind the scenes to get prepared for when we really launch the campaign, probably in mid-January of next year. We do have primary opposition, and so we're going to run like we're 10, 15 points behind. We're not taking anything for granted. So the primary is in March, the general election is in April, and like I said, we'll start campaigning really, really hard in mid-January, and we'll campaign on my record.
Got this.
I love Charlotte.
Yes.
And I made a number of promises and commitments in terms of what I would do if I were elected back in 2019. And I think it's promises made, promises kept. When you look at our district as a whole, we're progressively a lot better today than we were in 2019.
Amen.
We still have challenges in front of us, hurdles that we have to clear. But I am so confident that what we've done, I use the word we intentionally, I'm the one that gets to be on the council and be the spokesman for the community. But it's really you and the neighborhood leaders and the advocates and people on the ground doing the hard work that fuels my energy and my passion for what I do. And we look at the last 60 days, right? $250 million of
Yes.
year racial equity funds.
Yes.
Had a common theme, right? Johnson C. Smith University District 2.
JCSU.
Corridors of Opportunity was initiated by this guy by the name of Malcolm Graham.
Amen.
That got a lot of funds for Beatty'sville Road. When you look at Diane Ward, who was here today, and we helped her through the Corridors of Opportunity. Christopher Dennis, who was here tonight, we helped them through the Corridors of Opportunity. William Hughes, we're going to help. We're going to help the Smith family. And all these people have something in common. We all are from the African American community. They all have invested on that corridor. They all have deserved to be a part of the change. They're not victims of it.
Yes.
And that's what we're working hard to do. How do you stop gentrification? You make sure that people who are in the community are part of the change. And that's what I've been fighting for the last 18 months. I am so happy and pleased and honored when I drive down Beatty'sville Road in terms of all the wonderful things we've done together. Cure violence,
Yes.
right? When you talk about affordable housing on Beatty'sville Road.
Yes.
And I've been fortunate that the mayor has given me a lot of leadership positions over the last 18 months. I chair the Affordable Housing Committee. We're making great strides throughout the city in terms of affordable housing. We made sure that people were able to pay their rent, their utilities, and their mortgages when COVID-19 hit. We supported small businesses and made sure that they had the opportunity to do the same. I chaired the city's redistricting committee and making sure that the lines were drawn in a fair and balanced way. Sometimes I try to send Vi's call to voicemail because every time she calls, I know it's like, Malcolm, can you please do me a favor? And how can you tell the mayor no? And that's not me leading, that's all of us leading, because she's calling upon District 2 to take the lead to help citywide problems. And that's what I'm most excited about. I'm excited about that we're going to get that police substation in Mountain Island Lake. That's funded in the budget, going to be built. I mean, so it's just not Batesford Road, right? We've done amazing things throughout the district. But I promised 18 months ago that the focus would be Batesford Road.
Right.
And I am delighted, as I said earlier today, promises made, promises kept. So I'm not going to speak long tonight because, again, you know, everyone's getting ready for Santa Claus, and I got to go home and do finish that Christmas tree that's halfway up. I'm a grandfather now, and so I got to, I bought a train set that I'm going to play with tonight before he gets a chance to play with it, right? And it's in the car, and that's what this season is all about, right? And so there'll be enough time for us to talk about politics and issues in January. And so I just wish each and every one of you a great holiday season, Christmas cheers, enjoy your family and your friends. And then next year, let's talk about who's providing the leadership for Charlotte, who's doing the work for Charlotte, who deserves to go back to represent you in the city council in District 2. And I think if honestly evaluated, based on things that you said you wanted to be done, I think I'm your man.
Yes.
And I'm willing to go back and do the work because we're not done yet. The thing about momentum is when you build momentum, is you can't stop. You just gotta keep on moving and keep on growing and keep on moving forward. And that's what we're doing in this district. And there are a lot of issues that we have to resolve. As I said, I was going to talk about issues, but this is one that really keeps me up at night. Just making sure that our community is affordable for everybody, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it's housing, whether it's that small business owner who wants to get a lease, to lease a retail spot. I mean, that lease has to be affordable too, right? Making sure that that college graduate who comes back to Charlotte can get an apartment that's not $1,400 a month, right? We don't want people living in Gastonia and Concord. They're fine communities. We want them living and working and paying taxes in Charlotte, because we are now the 15th largest city in the country, and we have something for everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll be calling you in January. You can donate now. You don't have to wait until January.
Computer's set up over there.
You can do it tonight if you go online. But more importantly, reach out to me. Let me know your needs, your concerns, your issues. I am not perfect, but I'm working towards perfection. And the only way I can be constitute perfection is that each and every one of you kind of give me a helping hand. So the jazz was better than my speech, so let's turn back on the music and let's have some fun.
Woo-hoo! Councilman Graham.